That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
Lord, I cracked you up.
Lauren, I'm saying I knew Puff, but Lauren introduced us. After all, we were at Cassie's birthday, so it was more of a personal friendship.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, you know, I want to get into real estate, I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Feline, if you've been following along, you've probably heard Lauren London's name come up in Diddy's federal case. People are wondering how she tied into all of this and why she's in the crossfire, but here's the thing, Lauren actually knew about Diddy's shady past for years. Yes, she knew what Diddy was up to and how he was treating Nippy. Katt Williams just dropped another bomb, and it looks like he's not done exposing all the crazy stuff that's been happening in the industry. Cassie, there have been a number of unsubstantiated allegations that Lauren was one of Diddy's girls, similar to Young Miami. Given this, isn't it absurd that she still introduced Diddy to Nippy?
Rapper at the time, everything's great. By the way, isn't she? Lauren is the one that introduced Nip. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in LA. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
Furthermore, it wasn't just Jaguar who spoke. In fact, Nipsey himself attested to it. You recall that he claimed, Lauren's the one who introduced me to Puff on the Breakfast Club.
Saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, you know, we was at Cassie's birthday.
In the streets, and a number of Nippy's admirers thought that Lauren was more than just a background ride-or-die girlfriend. She had a much deeper role. Could it be that she was there to keep Nippy in check? Some claim that she was Diddy's eyes and ears, monitoring Nip's actions to make sure he didn't lose his mind, but it doesn't end there. This relationship between Diddy and Nippy developed into something serious, and during an interview, Diddy stated bluntly that Nippy wanted to know how I conducted business and made decisions. You guys should pay attention to that line because we need to discuss how dodgy it sounds right away.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me, you know, I want to get into real estate, I want you to teach me all your, you know what I mean, like your business secrets, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
Now that Nippy has passed away, everyone is looking back at those relationships and wondering if Diddy's influence hurt Nip more than it helped. It gets much messier because now we have Katt Williams out here, and he's not holding back when he says that artists like Nipsey, who collaborated with Diddy, always had a higher price to pay. I mean, let's look at all the artists who collaborated with Diddy and where they are now. Cassie, YKO Meek Mill, French Cyrus, Montana Mac, Craig, Donady Kane. People are saying that the entire Diddy mentorship thing is fishy as hell, and with videos of Nippy and Diddy together resurfacing, all the rumors that Diddy might have more than just a commercial interest in Nipsey are beginning to get louder. Yes, everyone has their own horrifying stories to share.
Lauren! Cassandra! What are you doing? What's the blue dot?
You may wonder what kind of crazy things were actually going on when Katt claimed he turned down $50 million 4 times just to maintain his dignity. Yes, he claimed Diddy tried to entice him into it, but Katt quickly shut it down. In this video, Diddy is seen licking his lips and zooming in on Nippy as if he were admiring him. Nippy appears to be unaware of all this going on, just obligingly vibing to the studio beats.
all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. All lies will be exposed. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you would tell it.
I know so many things I shouldn't know. When I walk in a room, heads go down.
Next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. I'm sitting there, just looking at it. Like waiting. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you notice to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach. And you punch them in the mouth, threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're gonna get a real reaction. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room.
Now that people are beginning to piece things together, they are claiming that Diddy may have been making advances on Nippy, and when Nippy turned him down, things became heated. As for Lauren and Diddy, old photos of them together have surfaced. And the most outrageous part is that Nipsey is right there in the background, acting as a third wheel in his own relationship after Nipsey passed away. In an interview with Angie Martinez, Lauren revealed that Diddy had helped her get through her grief. She said, "Look, boo, you have shown everybody what it looks like to hold a man down and to love him. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. That's your responsibility." This seems harmless enough, but then Lauren dropped a bombshell. Diddy told her that. Lauren casually mentions that Diddy called her boo, a nickname that Nippy used to call her. Why would Diddy be using a nickname that was so personal to her and Nippy unless they had some other kind of bond? Now Nippy was out here moving independently away from Hollywood politics, but Lauren had ties and had access, and after she brought him around, former Bad Boy insider Gene Deal came out warning about the danger of making certain requests in the industry. He talked about how Nippy once told him that he wanted his music to have the same energy as Biggie's Life After Death album. Let that sink in for a second time. The album After Death was released immediately following Biggie's removal.
Now, you taking a spiritual person who's asking for something. He said, I wanted that same feel as life after death. That same feel was that Biggie got, and he went on to sell about 10 million albums, or 10 million copies. I was saying, you gotta watch what you say to demons, because it just might come true.
And according to Gene, that was Nippy's biggest mistake, cause once Diddy got involved it was game over. Nippy started spending more time at Diddy's mansion than in the studio, and that's when everything changed. It's like Diddy's grip on him got tighter. And suddenly, Nippy's looking stressed, looking tired, acting like someone who just wasn't the same. Fans started to notice the shift. Maybe Diddy couldn't control Nippy, a smart, independent, revolutionary voice from the streets who wasn't about to bend the knee to Hollywood. Some say Diddy was trying to get at Lauren on the low, thinking maybe after Nippy was out of the picture she'd be his next target. But let's keep it real, Diddy ain't never treated the women he dates with the kind of love he claims to. He didn't treat Cassie like a queen, had her under his control, and we've all seen the stories of their relationship. Kim, the mother of his kids, she passed after years of emotional trauma and mental stress, all allegedly due to Diddy's manipulative ways. So when people say Diddy was after Lauren thinking he was going to put her on some pedestal, nah. This ain't about love, this is about control. Word is Diddy's grief game is different. When Biggie died, Diddy made a Grammy-winning tribute and then launched his solo career, straight up capitalized off the pain. When Kim Porter passed, Diddy turned into the grieving single dad, the spiritual family man, even though we all know he was out here doing dirt. And when Nippy passed, Diddy made sure to post about Lauren, preaching about healing, sliding into legacy vibes he never earned. Every time someone powerful dies, Diddy knows how to center himself in the tragedy. So here's the question, was Diddy just trying to set himself up for another legacy moment? After Nippy was taken out, rumors got folks saying that he saw Nippy as an easy target, a pawn to build his legacy on, but even then someone had to open the door for that, and many are pointing fingers at Lauren. As for Katt Williams, he this coming long before the headlines, before the arrests, before the world caught on. He knew that the Diddy trap was going to get busted, not just the parties or the contracts, but the setup, the blackmail.
all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. All lies will be exposed. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you would tell it.
I know so many things I shouldn't know. When I walk in a room, heads go down.
And believe that there is a lot to say on the internet. Fans are wondering if Lauren will ever testify in court because of all the talk about Diddy's violent tendencies and manipulation. Was she a victim of the situation, or was she part of the game? Could Diddy have been behind what happened with Nip? One user simply stated that Lauren was set up to be with Nips by Diddy, remembering that she thanked Puff during the funeral. It's all about connecting the dots and seeing if people are willing to accept it. Leave a remark below because, believe me, this is far from the end. If you're all in for raw truths and daring takes, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the next video that appears on your screen.